So, a very warm welcome in today's sessions. A very good evening to one and all. I hope so. You all are good at your homes and doing well. So, as per the now for the today's sessions, we are discuss about the introductions regarding to your Java, what the Java is, and what are their major properties. So, before starting this session, I just want to put one point in front of you that if we talk about this programming language, definitely it is one of the successful and one of the biggest portion holder, or we can say that biggest shareholder in the market. And definitely this language provides a very wide range to our application developer, even as our companies, and it provides the various solutions for different problems. So if we talk about their working styles, if we talk about their working domain, working era, its domain is very large, and we can solve many applications, many problems with the help of this particular language. Clear? So this is the agenda for the today's sessions. We just discuss about the prerequisites and requisites for the Java, as we already discussed in our first video, and what the Java is, what is the property of Java, a little bit regarding to your JVM, GRE, and JDK, because we discuss this JVM, GRE, and JDK in more detail in the coming sessions, and the step to save and execute a program. I'm not talking about how to create a program, because that is a complete a different thing that we will see in further lectures. And next important thing is what is class path and path. Actually, the today's sessions we cover all the theoretical aspects that is important to introduce before starting this subjects. Here, so let's begin with the prerequisites. As we already discussed, the prerequisite for this particular language is that you must have the basic knowledge regarding to the programming. Means at least you know about what is your programming is. If anyone is asking, okay, could you know about what the programming is, so you don't become blank at that time. At least you know what is a program, and what is the purpose to write a program, and how we can meet how we can meet our purpose, how we can solve our requirement with the help of this program. Clear? So all this is the purpose of this particular programming language. And we also suppose that you also have some basic knowledge regarding to your procedural languages like your like C, and object oriented programming like your C++. And also you have the basic knowledge regarding to your object oriented programming, because if you are good in your object oriented programming, definitely we got a lot of help in by those concepts. So I hope so you clear with all these concept of your object oriented programming and C++, because it's helpful for you also for going in this journey of your Java. Clear? So just we begin with the first thing, what the Java is. If we talk about the Java, Java is definitely, we all know that it is a programming language. But if we talk about their creator or person who actually start working, or we can say that actually introduced this in the market, is the James Gosling. And they work with your Microsoft Sun Microsystems, and in the collaboration of Sun Microsystem, they launch in this particular language in 1991 in the market. And definitely in the starting era, in the starting time of the Java, it takes some time to capture the a good share in the market. But as the times goes, as the time spends, Java is acquiring a very large share in the market. If we talk about the today's scenario, today's the maximum IT companies are rely on Java. Even its bigger competent is your Python. Is in even the Python is very not very new. It's also very old in the market, but still in the few last few years, Python take a very good pace. Even Java is also working very well, but the most of the researchers, most of the market analysis persons, or some of the even IT persons are now work with your Python also. They are seeing the second option of Java like as a Python. But if in my view, still the IT companies' faith is on Java. Means they are not lose their faith from the Java, because due to their high and rich features of the Java, or high rich properties of the Java. And definitely the most important thing, it is very much secure, it is very much trustable. And due to these points, still it is one of the first choice of our IT companies or our IT developers. Clear? So it is the first choice by your IT developers. If we talk about the just the journey of your Java, so Java is now taken over by or acquired by the Oracle. So all the things that are now controlled with your Oracle now. It is not only the part of your Sun microsystem; it is the part of your Oracle in the collaboration of Oracle. So those students who are thinking about to get the certification of Java. Now it is not only the Java certification, it is Oracle Java certification. Oracle O, like for example, SCJP Sun Java certification, Sun Java programmer. Now it is Oracle Sun Java programmer. Means Oracle is actually taking over the shares of Java, and now it is under the control of Java. One important thing that I just want to raise over here, prior to this, Oracle is sorry, not Oracle, or Java is your free and open source, and we can use and anyone can use it, and its support is available. But as it is taken by our Oracle now, it's available in the licensed forms. Now if we want to use commercially, then we should purchase the licensed version of the Java. But in the prior times, it is not like that. We can use the Java very easily just by clicking on the download. We can get your latest version. Clear? So in this, we do not put the versions of the Java. We come to that Java versions, but in our coming lecture. So today we just go for from just overview and your just the important aspects that we all at least aware before starting the Java, because we at least familiar about this language, who is actually created, and which is the parent company which is supported this to come into the market. Now what who is the business partner, who is the actual business holder which is holding the Java, and what either it is a open source or it is your purchasable, like. So all these points we must clear. But one thing is very nice over there. Still, we are capable to use the student versions, or we can say that for the learning purpose. Learning purpose, still they are not charging. But if we talk about the commercial, definitely they are charging a good amount. And we are not talking about that amount because we are just focused to learn the Java. But when we are supposed to build some commercial application or some application which is actually serve some purpose, then we should go for the commercial versions. Clear? So if we now talk about the properties of the Java, the first and the most important property is your the platform independent. Is anyone have any idea regarding to this platform independent? What actually the platform independent means? Is anyone? Okay, so there is two words. First one is your platform, and another one is your independent. So here the platform is actually supports to the different kind of your operating systems. Like I take a small example, a very small example over here. Let's take a example that I built some applications on Windows. Okay, so definitely the application which I was built on Windows, I suppose that it should have the same environment at the end user side. Means when we execute the application, when we want to execute that application, the customer is also supposed to use the same OS. We can't say that if we make an application in one type of operating system, and we supposed to run into the different flavor of operating system. Like for example, if I make some application in Windows, I suppose that it should also run in the window. It does not supposed to run in either Linux or in some other operating systems. Clear? So what actually the Java provides us, Java says that that if we actually compile, or actually the reason behind is something different, but we just focus on this point first, then we can go for that key point also. So the reason behind that is that we make a program either in your Linux or in your Windows. It is up to you. Either we can make the program or we make the code either in your Windows or Linux. We compile that code and we get the executable files. As we get the executable file, just it because okay, one more point I just want to add over here. Just not only the compilation is required over here. Here we require the compilation as well as the interpretation. So after doing these two steps, we get the executable file, and the executable file is execute either on your Windows or on your Linux. Means it is not necessary that if you make a application on Windows, it should run on your Windows. It may run on your Linux also. The only condition, it must have your virtual environment, or we can say that Java virtual environment, that is important to run or to execute any code. The particular operating system is definitely required, but more than that, we also require the JVM. If we have the JVM on our machine, definitely we are capable to execute our code. Clear? Now the next thing is, it is object oriented programming. It is object oriented programming. Can anyone wants to put some light on it? What is actually the object? If we talk about, it is an object oriented programming. Okay, I explain one with taking one example. If we talk about that, it is an object oriented programming, means it's each and everything. Please make a point over here. It's each and everything must kept inside a class. Kept inside a class. It means that if you want to access some property of your class, you must follow the concepts, or you must follow the rules of your object oriented programming. If you don't follow the concept of your object oriented programming, you don't supposed to use the property of your class. Property means the type, or the, sorry, not the data, the data of your class. Like if we talk about why we introduce the concept of your class, anyone can tell over here why we can introduce the concept of a class. The reason is because the most important thing, first one, we require to encapsulate the things, and second one, we want to provide the security. Encapsulate the things means we want to bundle, or we want to collect the thing at a single, or in a single form, or at a single place. Clear? And security, what it means, no outsider is allowed, no outsider is allowed to directly access your data without the permissions, without your permission. So it must require to discuss over here that your Java is your object oriented programming, and each and everything is come under your classes. Clear? Without class, we don't think about any kind of application in your Java. Clear? Even when we are started our programming, you just see your first code that we write is also inside a class. Without a class, we don't supposed to even print our name also. Like if I thought to print my name, I must enclose that print statement inside a class. Inside a class. Clear? I hope so these 2 points are clear to everyone. Now come to the third point, strongly typed language. What it mean by the strongly typed language? Anyone can discuss on it. Okay, I gave a small example, like the typed of the use variable must be predefined, and conversion to the other object is relative strict. For example, must, like for example, if we talk about the strongly typed, we can have, we can must be done in the most of the cases by the programmer even only, means the programmer can take care of these things, and we don't bother about so much thing on it. Clear? Now the next thing is interpreted and compiled. What this means by interpreted and compiled? Interpreted and compiled, actually this is the part of execution of your code. Means if we get some source file, or if we get some code which is stored with the help of your extension .java, then if we compile it, we get the bytecode, or we get the file in the form of your bytecode. And then that bytecode is interpreted with the help of your JVM. The bytecode is interpreted with the help of your JVM. Actually, when we are supposed to give, the source code to your compiler, that compiler is first interpreted your compile your respective file, which is stored by the extension of your .java. And as we get compile your file, we get your bytecode, and that respective bytecode is provided to your JVM to interpret your code, and we get the final result. So this is the purpose of your this point, your interpreted and compiled. Clear? Now, what is garbage collection? We already discussed in the yesterday lecture, but it's important to discuss over here. So, what do you mean by the garbage collection? Can anyone just want to throw some light over there? Garbage collection, garbage collection. Anyone? What is garbage collection? Okay, I just put a small focus on it. Even I have some little bit discussion. Okay, I do one thing. I discuss in this today's lecture. This things just after 2 or 3 slides. Okay, it's simple. Definitely, it's simple. Reason is because we don't supposed to have very much outstanding knowledge in the previous like you're in C or in your C++. Even if we don't know the concept of your C and C++, even in the object-oriented programming, we if we make our mind that we want to learn this particular programming language, so we definitely learn this programming language, and we can capable to make the programs and applications with the help of this. Clear? So it's very simple. And second important thing, its support is always very active. If we wrote something to the respective company, then we definitely get the output within a specific time. Clear? So now come to the some next properties, like portable. As we already discussed this point, but in the different form. Portable means we can change change even their platform also. Either we can switch the exe from Mac to Windows, sorry, not Windows to Linux, or from Linux to Windows. Clear? Now the next thing is definitely it's robust, because if we talk about the concept of pointer, can anyone try to point out about the pointers? Anyone? What is the purpose of pointer? What is the purpose of pointer? Anyone of you? Okay, I tell, the purpose of interview is to work with your memory directly. Means we supposed to give the access of our memory, and that is not the correct way. And that is not the correct way. If you talk about those companies who are working on your antivirus, then they say that, sir, the maximum problem is arise due to the this your direct memory access. Because when we talk about memory access, what they are actually What they are actually want to raise the point over here, that if we talk about the pointers, pointers can directly reach to the registry also. So in the Java, we don't have the facility of your pointer. So that's why it is very much secure, and definitely it's very faithful from the IT perspectives. Clear? Now, if you talk about write once and run anywhere, yes, we already discussed this point, but once again, this is one of the way to express the expression, like we can write once, means the reusability concept is there. If we write our programs, we can preserve those programs in the form of your libraries, in the form of your already existing your files, and as and when we require, we can use those particular libraries. Like I take a small example regarding to printf functions in the C. Okay, here it is not printf, here it is your system.out.println. So actually what the system.out.println is, how it's working, we will discuss. Just keep with us and be patient. So if we talk about your write once and run anywhere, so is it required to write again and again what is the code of printf, or what is the code of your system.out.println? No, no. We know what is the working behind it. What is the working behind it? So we are just using that. We are just using those keywords. So it's not it's not mandatory when we require to print something. We again write the entire code for the print. No, we are just using the printf, or we not in Java. Sorry, in Java we use the system.out.println, but in your C we can use your printf also. In C++ we use cin and cout. So that is the difference between is there. Now, if we talk about your next, multi-thread, interpreted, and high performance, multi-thread and multi-thread. So, can anyone talk about your thread? We already discussed in the previous sessions. Anyone? Thread is actually the lightweight process, or the process which cannot further subdivided. That is your thread. The process which cannot further subdivided is come under the category of your thread. I hope so it's clear. So when we talk about such application in which we have many number of small applications are running in support of your main application, and it provides the different data. It provides the different clear. So if we talk about here to your threads. So threads is providing the small, very tiny process which cannot further subdivide. And the purpose of thread is to provide the your you can say that it provide the simultaneous executions or the parallel executions. Clear? And what is interpreted and high performance means? Definitely it is very high performance, because most of the real time working companies are prefer to use the Java. Clear? And interpreted means we can interpret each and every code very easily with the help of their small syntax and user friendly syntax. Clear? So let's go ahead. What the JVM is, what the JRE is, what the JDK is. Let's just discuss some few points regarding to this, because we discuss these things in very detail in the coming session. These are my next session topics, and we will discuss very detail. But here I just want to introduce these 3 points. JVM is your Java virtual machines, and it is you can say that a particular platform which is used by Java to execute or to implement the code on the respective machine, whether that respective machine is working on your Windows, or whether that respective machine is working on your Linux. It doesn't matter, but it actually support to execute your program. So now we will go in the detail what the JVM is, what the structure is, all those things. Now we come to your GRE. What the GRE is? Anyone? GRE and JDK. I just want to clear that these two terms, most of the student is a little bit confused. So I just give one line over here, that your GRE is actually your GRE and is consist of your JVM, which is necessary, and some libraries also which is necessary to execute the code. Whereas the JDK is additionally contain, means it contain your JVM, it contain your even it is better to say that JDK is containing your GRE, and with that particular GREs it also contains some tool or some particular sets of tools which is useful for the production purpose, or we can say that for the coding purpose. Clear? So JDK is something which can acquire your GRE, and GRE is only containing your GVM and your important supporting documents that we use to execute your codes. Clear? Now, if we talk about the steps to save and execute a programs, so here just I give the 3 points that you can code, even you are free to use any IDE. Okay, what is IDE? What is IDE? There is a new word in the discussion. What is IDE? IDE is integrated development environment, and we can use any IDE like your Eclipse, either your Glassfish or your Notepad. But Notepad, I personally don't consider as an IDE, but Eclipse and Glassfish, these are some very good IDEs. Even Eclipse is used on very large scale in the IT industries. Clear? So so if we talk about to ID, it is not compulsory to use the ID in the starting or as a beginner, as a first or second, we can say that class in the subject. We simply said that we can write a program in the Notepad, save that particular file with the .java extension. When we require to compile it, just write on your command prompt Java C and the respective file name. Let's say test.java. As you enter, if there is no syntax error or semantic errors, you get a new file which actually named by your class file. Now you are may ask, so what that class, what that particular class file is. So a class file is the output, or you can say that it is the outcome of this first compilations. So what the name of that class file? Actually, this is also a very important point that we discuss in the coming sessions. But here, if I just want to raise one thing, that the name of that class file is similar to your class name. So the class name that we provide at the time of your coding, and it the class name which contain the main function. Clear? So it is an important point. The class which contain the main function is actually used as a class. It's clear? So next we just compile, interpreted or compile your final code, and we get the final output. So these are some steps. Now there is an important thing. When we talk about to execute the file, how your compiler is know that your particular file is saved at this particular location, or this particular file is present at that particular location. So for curtle down, or for resolving these issues of class path, sorry, for finding out the path, we use the concept of class path. Actually, the class path is something which is used to define the path for the Java compiler and for the Java runtime. Clear? So these are the two major components which actually required to this concept of your class path. Clear? And there is a difference between your path and your class path. We will discuss these difference also, but I hope so you clear about your class path and the path. I repeat once again, class path is something where the compiler, with the help of that, the compiler can easily reach to your class file or dot class. Clear? So this is all from regarding to your respective your just introduction of your Java, and these are the some references that I use to prepare this session. And if you have any doubt, any query, you can just ask me. And please make sure that for a good Java programmer, it is very important that you must give or spend time on it, and give us a proper time for it for the practice also. So if you are definitely giving a proper time, you definitely get this concept of Java very easily and very quickly. Okay, thank you everyone for listening me and with great patience. Thank you everyone. Thank you very much.